So, it is Tuesday, the 1st of November, and it is approximately 10:07 or possibly 10:08, 10:09, and we're at the Active Humber offices in Hull. In attendance, Eliezer and Elliot, and we have got laptops and some personal development planning, evaluation sheets and plans that we've completed previously. All right, right. So how are you today?
I'm good. It's been a
Yeah.
good day.
Good.
Good week.
Good week.
Good week.
All right. So, how have you been progressing? How have things been going over the last 6 to 12 months for you?
They've been going really well. Better than I thought they would have at this stage or this point in time in life. To be honest, I'm quite happy with the progress I've made over the past 6 months plus to get to where I am right now, and I'm hopefully going to make even bigger strides over the next 6 months.
Okay, so even bigger strides. So what are those strides going to be?
Well, for me, it would be in terms of job-wise. I would hope, between now and the next 6 months, I'd hope to be comfortably at a decent level of a job with Active Humber, and I'd hope to progress some of that for the physical future.
Good. Okay. So have you've been looking into that so far already?
I have.
What types of things have you been doing to make that happen, to make that next step?
Well, in terms of that, I've been brushing up on, getting myself familiar with the software the company uses, more or less, in terms of sports suite, how to use it, how to, make stuff on it, and other stuffs as well, in terms of some of the work I do, some of my projects I run, some of the work I do for other people as well. I've made it in such a way that I can comfortably assist anyone with any tasks that they have for me.
Can you give me an example of a task or an area of work that you're currently or have been working on that you're quite proud of, that you've developed and also has developed you?
For me, that would be our Ramp Social project. It started off in the first month or so. When I first started at at Active Humber, my apprenticeship, I was approached by Elliot about running a social out of the successful ramp program we already run. We should then look to try and integrate the people already on ramp in a more social way. Well, in a different way, but the social aspect came as a part of personal reflection on the part of how we decided to go with it. For starters, we went for a bit of a formal go of it, and it didn't really pick up for starters. And then, we took a step back, had a look at what we did and how we could do better. And so we went with the informal, more social aspect of things, and that just flew off the ground, really. And it's gotten that good. The HLC want us to take over something similar to their version of the Ramp Social called the YPP, and we are currently in a stage where we're reaching the end of it, where we can fully go in and take it from there, and that came about as a result of the good work we did on Ramp Social.
Good. So where do you see this in 3, 6, 12 months' time?
In 3 months' time, I would hope to be at a stage where we got our structure, we've got our funding, we know exactly how we want it to look when we start. We have everything in place, so we can just walk into it and start, making progress, really. And in 6 months' time, I hope to have engaged a decent amount of people across all 25 providers that the HLC and Talent Match work with, and over a 12-month period, I would hope we would be at a stage where it's very sustainable. Even when the funding stops or when the time limit runs out, it's something we can carry on over the next few years.
Good. So, what support, what advice, what assistance do you feel you're going to require to actually enable you to get to those stepping stones and
In terms of that, I think I definitely still would need the help of my mentors and people who have been in this sort of environments for much longer than I have. You know, in terms of their past experience, past skills they've developed over time, and for the contacts they've developed over that time as well. Because part of what we do is we look to engage people using sport as a platform, and so walking around people who've been in this kind of environment for a decade or so is definitely going to be a big help in terms of how we're going to run things later in the future. Because it's always good to have someone you can talk to when you show off ideas, or you could use some help, really.
Okay, good. So we'll just target what you just said about actually people in terms of mentoring roles. Just to refer you to, there are a number of books that we have that I feel may be helpful for you in what you're talking about in terms of additional resources, additional support, yes, mentoring, and we'll come on to certain mentors and other kind of referrals for you to maybe look at. But there's two books here, Employability What, which are young person's guide to employability skills and standing out from the crowd, and then there's Brilliant Employability Skills, again, how to stand out from the crowd in a graduate job market. Okay, I would suggest you have a look at these, the Employability What in particular. The reason being that the person that wrote this is our new love, who I feel would be a good person for you to touch base with, speak with regarding this, and also some of your ideas. Yeah? So I also want to give you now, and I'm just referring to my contacts on my phone. And looking for New Love's mobile number and email address. Okay, so good. So I will leave those with you. Yeah. When will you be able to get in touch with Anne?
I actually do have a meeting scheduled with Annual Love for Thursday, what day is it? The 3rd.
Okay.
Of November at the Active Farmer office. And I'm meeting with her and someone from the Humble Learning Consortium, Chantal C.
Okay. Yeah.
Annual Love wants me to, Shan thinks it's a good idea for me to present with Annual Love at an upcoming careers event about the opportunities available to young people in schools, colleges, and whatnot in terms of careers advice, because over the past couple of years it's been found that the advice itself, the chances, or maybe the personnel in those positions are seriously lacking in terms of the advice, signposting, or information they give to these young people. And so that would be something we would be looking at addressing. And we're also meeting to talk about our upcoming takeover of the YPP itself.
So how are you going to, let's take one bit and we'll look at how you find out about more, what information is given within schools, what career advice there is out there. How are you going to find that out?
I read an interesting article about a week or two ago that shows in terms of size gaps, in terms of figures and percentages of what opportunities are out there and how they're being advertised to people. I think there was a decent percentage of people that just want an apprenticeship or a career path because they thought that was all that was open to them. And it's my strong belief that if they had received the appropriate guidance and advice from the careers advisors, maybe they would have been able to explore other avenues that would be otherwise better for their development in future.
Good. Okay, just whilst you've been doing that, I've just gone onto the laptop again and looked for the National Careers Service and information online. And here the website, the first page shows we provide information, advice and guidance to help to make decisions on learning, training and work. We are redesigning the service. If you had a lifelong learning account, you can still use this existing details to sign in. Possibly something to have a look, because that is the direct.gov.uk national site for careers advice. Okay, and you will be able to. We'll just go in and see what skills health check looks like. Set of quizzes and activities designed to help you explore your skills, interests and motivations.
I think it's a good idea.
I've also got a contact that I will dig out for you and I will email it to you. Is a lady that I met from the Careers Advice Service in Yorkshire and Humber, and she was at a partnership meeting in Bridlington, and I will give you her name and then we will try and get her contact details. I'll actually just go get you now. Lucy Wilkins is a name. Lucy Wilkins. So it could be an idea to try and find contacts or about us, contacts and advise, maybe not an advisor as such, maybe doing a bit of research into, because what I haven't got for her, but I will endeavour to try and get a number, but you could also look Lucy Wilkins and contact details, but she was the lead for Yorkshire and Humber. Okay, just need to go to the notes. I'm going to